Hey guys, welcome back to KT I am KT, and this is Kindness, Timeless, Tunnel Vision. So today's episode, I'm going to talk about self-love and the self-image and how to overcome negative dialogue and having a negative self-image of yourself. So we will get into all of this here now. Oh, and if you do follow me on my Instagram account, the kt.pg has been hacked. I know I made a video about this the other day, but in case you guys didn't see that one, it has been hacked. I am working on it still to this day to try to get a hold of Instagram. I finally got an email back about it. So hopefully I will have my account back here soon in my hands and this scammer can go away. So, okay guys, we will get into the episode now. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so grateful for all of you, and today's episode is going to be about self-love and your image in the mirror and how you can if you're not happy with it, how you can combat that so that you can fully be happy within the body that you're in. Because when we come into this beautiful world, we get to pick these bodies. So does it always... what I'm trying to say is we are so programmed to compare ourselves to other people that we often don't see the beauty within ourselves. So I got my pup Capone here. What's up, Capone? And I got my girl Buffy down here too. You can't see her, but everybody's in the video today. So what brought this up to me is because if you guys know, if you don't, I am a fitness coach, a health coach, a mindset coach, and that is what I normally promote on my Instagram, and not Bitcoin mining or investing in some bullshit online crap. So enough about that. You could tell I'm a little about it, but back to the topic. So your self-image and self-love, and why we often don't see the beauty within ourselves is because we're constantly comparing ourselves and our ego, like avatar, to other people. And these are just vessels that hold our beautiful souls. So we're going to get into my 3 tips here on what I do and what I have done to help transform my negative mindset, my negative body image of myself, and how to really find self-love. So we will get into this here now. Okay, so tip number one. Please do not define yourself by what you see in the mirror. Define yourself by how you treat people and how you talk to yourself. That is what your soul is. That is your true self, is the way that we connect and communicate with one another and how we treat others and how we internally treat ourselves. So that is my first tip. Please do not define yourself by the way you see yourself, because honestly, how you see yourself is not how other people see you. You know, if that makes sense. Everybody has their own perspective. Everybody literally is living in their own little world. We get so used to our avatars, and then we get programmed to think, oh, well, I have to look like that to feel like I'm worthy or I'm perfect, or, nobody is perfect on this planet. Everybody has their stuff, okay? Even the supermodels, everybody. That is one thing I can't express enough. Please do not define yourself by the image in the mirror. And if you don't like it, continue watching my video for tip number 2. But please know that your soul is a beautiful soul. Your energy radiates. So when you start to understand that these bodies are just holding our souls and you're more than this body, that's how you can undefine yourself with your ego or your avatar, and really find and connect to your true self. Because the way you treat people and the way you treat yourself speaks volumes, and it's all about mindset, honestly. It really is. So we're going to get into tip number 2 here.
Yes, number 2.
Okay, so tip number 2 is about your image in the mirror. Do not get so caught up on this. I am guilty of it myself. I will sit there and criticize every little inch on my body and be like, oh, well, that's not perfect. I got a little dimple there. I'm not where I want to be in my fitness journey. And a lot of this is coming from my team and some of the girls on my team having those similar, I don't even think it's just girls on my team. I think it's women in general and also men, because we are so programmed to compare ourselves with one another instead of looking at ourselves and for our own unique beauty. So do not define yourself by what you see in the mirror. And the mirror image, like if you're on a fitness journey, this is where this is coming from. If you're on a fitness journey, because I'm a fitness coach and I struggle with this myself, I will put in so much hard work on these workouts, and I see myself every day and then I'm like, what? I'm not getting any results. And it wasn't until I started taking daily pictures of myself after workouts or before workouts that I started to see the image change. But we all have this mental image of ourselves, and that it takes a while for your mind to reprogram that image in a way when you're on that like physical, what am I trying to say? When you're on that like fitness journey. So a lot of the times people end up quitting before they actually see results because of this. I know how, stressful that could be or frustrating that could be, because you're like, gosh, I'm putting in all this work. I'm sore. I'm busting my ass right now trying to make myself healthier and stronger, and I'm not seeing the results I want. So just know it happens to us all, and that when we disconnect from that image in the mirror, like what you see, and stop over analyzing ourselves, and I'm guilty of this myself, it's an amazing thing when you start to do that. And I have been more dedicated to not criticizing myself in the mirror. When I do find myself doing it, I'll stop it and be like, hey, no, we are not doing that anymore. I love my body for what it does to me. So that's tip number 2. Love your body for what it does for you, not so much what it looks like, because we can transform our bodies at any moment. It just takes a lot of hard work, dedication, commitment, the right coach, me, and the right products, which I got. But just to let you guys know, I struggle with this myself, and the girls on my team struggle with it as well. But do not let that stop you from getting your results. So when you start taking daily pictures of yourself, if you're on this fitness journey, or even if you're just trying to find more love for yourself, you will start to disconnect from that image you see in the mirror, and it will start to reprogram who you think you are in your head in a way, if that makes sense. So tip number 2, that the image in the mirror does not define who you are. And that's also kind of like tip number 1, but that we can overanalyze ourselves. So when we stop doing that and really just embrace what our bodies do for us, which hold our beautiful souls and allow us to live a physical life, that right there, that mindset, that shift in your mindset, you will start to see the benefits of consistency and dedication. It does take hard work to see fitness results. If it was easy, everybody would be in the best shape of their life, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's not, and we are overly programmed to compare ourselves. We're overly programmed to consume. So it is very easy. And trust me, I'm one of those people that emotionally eats. I could literally gain 10 pounds in a week if I'm super depressed. And with this whole Instagram crap, I'm really freaking proud of myself that I've stayed on track. I've done my workouts. I've kept it positive. I have had my moments. Don't get me wrong. I've had my moments of frustration. But overall, I think I've handled this pretty well, as much as I could, in a positive manner. So just know that if you're trying to do anything with your life, maybe it's not fitness, whatever, it takes time to see results. And a lot of the time people quit before they actually see the results, because it can be so frustrating when you're putting in all this effort and then you're not seeing the results that you want. So just Know that it's part of the process. Understand that. Embrace your body for what it does for you, not what it looks like, and it will slowly start to transform as long as you stay with those daily habits, have a coach like me, and just continue to reset your mindset. And we're going to get into my third and most important tip here. So thank you for continuing to watch this video. So here we go, number 3. So tip number 3 is one of the most important tips. I've talked about this in previous videos, but it is truly when I started to see a difference in how I felt about myself, how I treated myself, was really how I talked to myself internally. We all have that internal dialogue, and mine used to be very negative. I used to feel very unworthy, not enough, not good enough. We all struggle with those emotions at times. That's part of being human. We get emotions. Our souls understand this, but physically humans and that human mind is it could be very negative. And depending on what you program your mind with, it's going to be easier or harder to reprogram what you're trying to program, if that makes sense. But seriously, when you look at how you talk to yourself, let's say, if your best friend was like, oh girl, I feel fat, or blah, 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 whatever it might be, you're not going to tell your best friend oh yeah, girl, you're fat, blah, 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 blah. No, you are going to tell your best friend, stop it. Girl, you're beautiful, and all of the beautiful words that you could express to them to make them feel amazing about themselves. But we need to do that personally within ourselves. So when I started to do that, because I'm really good at encouraging other women, I'm really good at supporting others, but sometimes when it comes to myself, I will be my own worst critic. I will beat myself up. I will tear myself down worse than most people can. So this is something I have been working on for several years, especially getting out of that toxic relationship. It really made me feel worthless, and just it makes you feel so low about yourself, and it's hard to combat that programming. It was negative programming, basically, that someone else was telling me, but honestly it was due to their own insecurities and things like that. And I understand that now, but when you're constantly dealing with that, it's not always easy to see that. And eventually when someone tells you something over and over and over again, you're going to start to believe it. So long story short, my point is I just forgot. Shit. When we change our internal dialogue, which is my number 3 tip, actually it's my number 1 tip, but I wanted you to stay and watch the video. But if we change our internal dialogue, so every time you have a negative thought about yourself, you combat it with a positive thought about something that you do like about yourself. And you can find something you like about yourself. It doesn't have to be how you look. It could be how you treat people, how you're there for people, how you support people, how compassionate you are towards others. All of those things are a beautiful thing and way more important than our physical avatar, basically. So when you start to change how you talk to yourself and you start to treat yourself like your own best friend and really start to be your own support and change that mindset, that thinking from negativity to positivity, because trust, after this last couple of days, I could have just derailed. I could have just said, gosh, this sucks, people suck, and I'm done. But I don't feel that way. Some people are very misguided, and unfortunately they choose to scam other people, and that's just bullshit, and I'm sorry that that's what they choose to do. But we're not talking about that. But it just shows different situations will bring out different things. And when you become your own best friend, when your head and your mind and heart are one, and you start to change your mindset to more positive thinking when contrast comes up, like now, or when people try to take you down, or, any of that. When the negativity becomes so strong, you want to give up, that is when really your mindset comes in. And it can either be negative or positive. And I've been working very hard on my mindset to keep myself positive. And that's why this is my number 3 tip. The most important tip is talk to yourself as you would any of your close friends, the people that you care about. Because a lot of the times we will talk nicer to those people than ourselves. And when our minds are focused on the negativity of ourselves, we don't see the beauty within ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see how beautiful you are when your mindset is focused on negativity. Because what you focus on expands. So I choose to focus on the positive. I choose to focus on becoming that best version of myself, which means treating myself with kindness and compassion through all adversity, basically. So when I really started to focus on that is when I started to see the shift in the physical image in the mirror. So, and I'll also say, when I'm in a crappy mood and I'm in low vibrational energy, I don't see the same image. And that's something I've noticed over the last couple years of really, changing my programming up, really focusing on becoming the best version of myself, really focusing on positive mindset, really putting to work and taking action on the things that I've read so much about and really putting it into my daily life. And I've seen how much that has changed me as a person. And I can see when I'm in times of low vibration or high vibration, my body image will change. I'll become more bloated. And it's not necessarily always my diet or my working out. I always work out. I love working out. I've been into fitness since I was younger. It's how I get out my frustration. So I've always been into that, but I have seen a transformation from my mindset changing and how I visually see myself in the mirror. Granted, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm a lot closer than I was 5 years ago. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. These are my 3 tips on how to really find self-love for yourself and really transform that image in the mirror and not get so obsessed with the image in the mirror, because you are a beautiful soul, beautiful energy, and these are just our avatars that we chose to pick and be in this physical realm. So when you take time to really understand that our physical bodies are here to be vessels for our beautiful soul, and really appreciate what our bodies do for us over how they look all the time. Stop comparing yourself. That should be another tip. Stop comparing yourself to other people. I do it. I'm guilty of that as well. But when I stop doing that, I feel so much better within myself, and I then can see the beauty within myself when I'm not comparing myself and be like, oh, well, I don't look like her and she's fucking gorgeous, so I'm not pretty then. No, girl, you're pretty, I'm pretty, we're all pretty, okay? We're all gorgeous, beautiful souls, or if you're a dude, you're handsome. All beautiful souls, okay? These are just physical avatars we do not need to get so attached to. So, to review my tips, do not define yourself by the image in the mirror. Define yourself by how you treat people and how you talk to yourself. Number 2, appreciate your body for what it does for you, not what it looks like. And eventually, when you stay consistent, dedicated, and if you need a fitness coach, if you need help in that area, I'm there for you. I get it. I've been there. I've been on that journey, and I understand it. I'm still on it. So just know, appreciate what your body does for you, and you will start to see yourself in a higher light, and it'll raise your vibration. And then number 3, when we internally change our dialogue inside and become more positive towards ourselves, have more self-love for ourselves, and see the positivity in ourselves, that will radiate that energy outward, and you will start to see it manifest into your reality. And I've seen it personally in my life, and I'm just so grateful for all of these daily the daily things that I do, some of the tips I give you guys, they have helped me so much. That's why I come on here. That's why I started this channel, is to really help people raise their vibration, feel good in their body, and to love themselves, because I have struggled with that most of my life. So, and I think finally I'm actually loving who I am and knowing who I am through this journey, through this process. So everything is a lesson. It can either derail you or make you stronger. And it's all up to us. And a lot of it comes from how we talk to ourselves internally. So you guys, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Again, if you like my videos, if you like, and if you want to see more of my videos, which I'm going to probably start posting more since this whole Instagram bullshit happened, definitely subscribe below so you could catch all of my videos. And until next time, guys, peace, love, and namaste.